Great morning, super fantastic morning. I am Shay Wilson, thinking big, living bigger, and loving the biggest. Let us get us set up on Facebook. How are you guys doing this morning? I hope amazingly well. As always, we start off with gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude and appreciation for this day, gratitude and appreciation for love, gratitude and appreciation for the health of our bodies, gratitude and appreciation for the work that we do, gratitude and appreciation for the energy that we have flowing to us and through us, that we have the capabilities and capacity to do all the things that we need to do today. Thank you for I just say thank you for just the goodness that's around us, the food that we have, the homes that we have, the loved ones that we have, the lessons that we get. We just embrace all that right now. I just say thank you for all that, and just an appreciation, total appreciation for feeling good today. You know, a lot of times we don't think about it because when we don't say that until we don't feel good. And I feel good a lot of the times, but this last week I was not feeling that great. And I just saw I always appreciate my body for what it does that I can't do for myself. And here we are. So today we talking about it. Let's jump into it. If you just say your appreciation, gratitude, I thank you. I thank you, God, for all of this. And we jumping right into it. This is the second part of why is my faith not working? Let's rock it. Why? Listen, I've been trying to get this thing down. I am a true student of this. I'm like, why is my faith not working? We're still working with Florence Scovel Shinn's book, The Magic Path of Intuition. I find it fascinating. We're talking about lesson 4. Why is my faith not working? Let's jump straight into it. I gave you some last week, some options and some things to do. And today we're going to continue. One of the very first thing is that you still have malice, resentment, anger, doubt, worry, and fear in your heart that could possibly be blocking it. This could be a possibility. And sometimes we don't know this until we are triggered. Sometimes we don't know this because we kind of say, well, I moved on from that. But some of those things, and I dare to say, need to be addressed. That we, people say fall on the altar. I'm saying that when you practice meditation, a lot of these things will come forth because you're steeling yourself. So many times we are busy to be busy, and these built up little resentments within us about people, about ourselves, about things need to be addressed and come forth, because you got to understand that you are so special. You are looked upon as so worthy. You are looked upon as the very image of God. So there's certain ways that we have to carry ourselves. And if we are looking at ourselves less than that means you don't believe that you're worthy of the other stuff. So we're asking for things, begging and beseeching, when we are really on the level of being able to ask for this without any begging and beseeching, and believing that it's yours. It is yours. It is yours. It's yours. And so I'm studying this other part that said, if you have a desire, that's a desire from God. The desire was placed there. If there's a vision in you that was placed there from God, that you imagine, it was placed there. So many times we block all this because we're so angry about certain things that's in our space, or certain things that happened before. We're still resentful or disappointed, and we're staying in that state of disappointment. And we understand we can be in many, many states. All right. So number one, so there's a place that we have to do some forgiveness work. There's a place that, you have to practice forgiveness. And forgiveness is not just a one-time deal. Many people ask me, it's not one time. Sometimes that'll come back up, and you have to simply say, I've already released that. I've addressed that. Sometimes it'll come back up, and you have to just keep releasing until it's gone. And when you feel it, it's gone. Today, I've already released that, because so many times we'll deal with someone that we love, and we'll still be dealing with them from the anger of the day before, or the resentment or the disappointment from the week before, and we haven't cleared that channel. And so this really brings up a point for many of us. If this is something that you're dealing with right now, come on, put it on there. Let me see what your comments are. That yeah, I do need to work on that. It's okay. I realized it was some certain things that for myself that I was angry with or disappointed with, and for other people that I continuously have to keep working on me to get past, because I know what I deserve. I know that this world, that God, the God of my understanding, can give me anything. I have that. I have it. And so what's blocking me is not God saying, no, you're not worthy. That's not. It's me saying I'm not worthy, me being arrogant and continuing to hold myself to a fire that God said, I've already released you from that. Why do you keep beating yourself up about this stuff? Why do you asking for forgiveness, and then your intention is to move past that matters? Now you're starting to move. Now you're starting to move. But what we do is that we ask for forgiveness, but we still hold ourselves to the fire because we don't think we're worthy. We still think that we need to suffer some more. We still think that we need to keep saying I'm sorry some more. We still need to keep, no, just simply forgiveness and change the behavior. Your intentions, your heart is clear. Now keep going. Now keep going. Now keep going, because that blocks everything else. Can't come in. All right. Abundance and prosperity is bigger than just money, guys. It's bigger than money. All right. So let's get all right. Number 2, and here's an affirmation for this. I gave that affirmation after each one of these 3 things. And this is the affirmation for this. It says, I release and forgive all things that block my growth, that block my good. The affirmation is, I release and forgive all things that block my good. I release and forgive all things that block my good. I have to keep working on someone breaks trust with me. I try to move past. Yes. Jen, that's a big one, when people break trust. And so what happens with the breaking of trust is that we have these expectations of people that they really just can't handle. When we look at people as people that as people that are growing, even though they're like adults, 30, 40s, 50 plus, then we there's a way to release them into that and not continue to carry it, especially if it's blocking your good. Especially if it blocks your good. This is the love piece that all of the religions talk about. This love thing that the God of understanding talk. It is a love that says you may not have to have them in your space, but we have to be able to release people from those things. We have to be able to release people from those things and keep moving and keep moving. And when it comes up again, you say, I release that. We don't have to make excuses for them, but I just release that because it blocks our good. Thank you for that comment. So the affirmation I said for that one was that I release and forgive all things that block my good. Number 2, we must be able to break old thought forms, old negative thought forms. Old negative thought forms. We have a way of thinking. Again, this goes back to the things that we have a way of thinking that blocks us. There's self-limiting beliefs that run up under things, and our world out pictures what we believe. And so our negative thinking would be that if I go to this particular event, people are not going to receive me. I'm not going to fit in. Those kind of things. When in actuality, you need to go to that event because you need to network and collaborate with other people. You understand? So our negative thought processes will stop us in our tracks. Well, they're not going to accept me, or they're not going to receive me, or there's a glass ceiling. Listen, when I say all things are possible, there's no glass ceilings. You just keep going past it. I know what the obstacles look like, but you keep going because you're dealing with a different type of faith now. You're dealing with a supernatural type of thing. What we believe, we get. So if you believe there's a ceiling, then you will hit a ceiling, period. This is something that we know, but in practical life forms, we have to see. Now, we're moving with a different type of thing. Now, we're moving in collaboration and in cooperation with God. Now, we're moving with the God of our understanding from that place. Now, you got a vision. You're kind of moving with that. You set a plan, and you're going from that place. So there's some effort on our part, but the other things, the things are being moved out of the way as we step forward. So another one is breaking old habits. Now, so here's the thing with the breaking old habits, old negative habits forms. You have to know what you want. What do you want? Get real clear. What do you want? It could be whatever you want. Don't start thinking, well, I don't know, I've never been able to do. No, what do you want? Ask yourself, why do you want it? And how would you feel in getting it? Those 3 questions, ask yourself. Get real clear. We're asking for stuff we don't even know. Oh, I want a whole lot of money. Well, how much? What are you talking about? How much? What is it? And why do you want it? And it doesn't matter what thing. Why do you want it? And how would you feel in having it? Because really, we want things because we want to feel better. That's really, so the feeling part is huge. Not only are you going to start changing your thoughts, which means we need to read more stuff that is in alignment with where we're trying to go. If you need to learn more business stuff, then start reading more business stuff, or people that's already done what you're doing so you can get it. These are the things. A lot of times we'll start saying, I don't have time for that. That is a negative thought form. Yes, you do. We have time for things that we listen, we have time for things we want to do. When you really get clear in saying that, if I believe that I've asked and it's given to me, then I must become that. I must walk like I already have it. I must walk. And that is a hard thing for us. This is the faith walk. I must act like I'm healed already. I must believe that. I must believe that. I must move and talk to my family member as they are healed right now. I must be sick because I've said a prayer. I believe it and I'm moved. And so we have to keep practicing this. Just keep practicing from a love space. Understand? Now, here's what gets us many times, and this just came to me. We're so overtaken with emotions of grief or worry and fear that we're not on the same vibration as in belief, in love, and empowered, and appreciation. So when we say those prayers, we're coming from a place of fear. So we get more fear. So we have to learn how to and teach ourselves how to practice believing. And part of that is practicing small things of faith, acts of faith, so that we can build our strength up just like a muscle and understand that it works. It works. It works. All right. All right. So the practicing how you feel is huge. Practicing how you would feel if you have it already. That's huge. Huge. We don't do that, and we're not taught that. Envisioning what we have, setting up a plan. How would I feel? Why do I want it? How do I feel? Because this puts you on a different vibratory level. How would I feel in having it? What would I be doing? What does it look like? How, all those things matter when you're trying to vision and setting up a plan and things, because so you'll know that when you come up against something, you remember your why and you remember how you want to feel. If you're feeling anything less than that, then you're off track. You're off track. All right. So number 3, and the affirmation for this one is, all things are possible for me here and now. This is taken directly from the book. All things are possible for me here and now. I now attain the seemingly unattainable. All things are possible for me. Say this: here and now, I now attain the seemingly unattainable. Come on, we have to switch our mindset with this. We talk about it, we know these things, but doing them in real life is something totally different. Now, here's a big one, and here's just what I wanted to drop, because she did say this in her book. A thought form of self-pity, feeling sorry for ourselves, is one of the most dangerous things that we can have, because the more you pity yourself, the more we get. The more you feel sorry for yourself, the more negative things happen. That is a hard call, because we're not built to feel sorry for ourselves. We're built to understand that we're courageous, we're powerful. We're built out of love. We're fearless. We have everything at our disposal, access. Whatever we don't think we can have, you draw in and pull upon the sources that we have, the God that we have, the ancestors that we have, the energy we have around us. We can learn and do anything. We can learn to do it with enough focus, enough effort, enough attention to it. We can do it. Enough good attention, not saying I can never do this, I can never do this, I will never be able to do this, I'll never be able to lose weight, that is the wrong thing. And many times, because we're not mindful of what we say, we talk to people just using words, talking absolutely against ourselves, absolutely against the very goals that we want. We'll do things that don't support where we're going. We'll absolutely sabotage what, and we have to know that. So the number 3 says your old habits must change. Not only is your old thinking must change, but your old habits must change. This is why faith is not working. We still doing the same old stuff because we really don't believe that we're going to get there. So we kind of, in a form, sabotage ourselves, or we're just so used to being comfortable in those things that we do. We just think that's what we're supposed to do. But if you're asking for something new, we must become new, not only mentally, but our physical, but we must be doing other things that's new, that fits where we're going, that fits the goals and dreams that we have, or else it doesn't work. And we wondering why it's not working. So there's some learning to be done, and the learning really starts here. There's some habits that need to be changed. It starts here. First of all, you can do this, that I want to do this because I'm becoming exactly who I said I wanted to be, and I'm being helped supernaturally, but there's some things I must do. So the change to fit the vision, your habits, your old habits, some of those habits must be gone. So it's the thing. So we do things to-do lists all the time. We need to start doing things not to do today. This is what I'm not going to do today. We do a things to do list, but add that what I'm not going to do. So if you know you're used to just kind of scrolling social media and wasting hours, wasting time on social media because you go down a rabbit hole because you're tired and you're kind of bored, and you know you need to do other stuff. Well, today you're not going to do that. You're going to do the things that support your vision. And it could be resting, literally resting, turning everything off and taking a nap. It could literally be, okay, I need to read this. It literally could be, I need to watch this video on marketing. It literally could be anything like that, but you're slowly but surely changing those habits. I'm not going to go out and party and then sleep and then come in late and then be so tired I can't do the stuff the next day, and we grouchy and we wonder why we grouchy. Well, we ate a lot of stuff, we drank a lot of stuff, and then we try to go to sleep, and then we don't really sleep that well. Not only that, we stayed up really, really late. Those habits, changing who you are, asking for certain things will require us, when we say a prayer, understand, a prayer will require us to change. We think it's like we have to change our belief system, and that's when we're saying a prayer, the prayer is also marinating in your heart to change you. So we're asking for these things, and so we're saying, why is my faith not working? Is because we're not changing our habits to support who we now are. So we put everything on hold. We continue to do things that are counter to what we want. And that's part of why is my faith not working. You must believe it before you see it. That's why you should be behaving in a manner as if you already have it. You must be behaving in a manner that as if you already have it. You must talk to your loved ones or whoever, if you're praying for them, in a manner that already has it. I know they've been acting a fool about certain things, but if you start talking to them and treating them in their ideal state, as if they've already been doing what you know and who you know them to be, not trying to manipulate them, not trying to control them, but seeing them in their best selves, loving them from their best selves. I know they've been acting a fool, but I'm going to love you for your best because I know you better than that. So I'm going to treat you like that. See, that is the faith actually working. And if you watch it enough, and you're coming from love, and you're not putting a time frame on how they should be doing it, when they should be doing it, how soon, then you'll see it manifest. You'll see it manifest. I do it. I've tried it. I've seen it. I practice it all the time. When I expect the best from somebody, they best come out because I treat them as their best. Now, they may have other ideas, but I don't get swayed by that. People, again, I'm a kind person. And we say, I'm going to match energy with energy. I'm not going to match anybody's energy. I'm not going to change up who I am because you think you are. We use the word, finesse me. You're not finessing a giver, a person who's giving from their heart. What you do, the only thing you do is finesse yourself out of their lives. That's all you're doing. Because a good person, a giver, is always going to give, maybe just not to you, because you think you're getting over, not understanding that you, just maybe, that person was put in your space to show you that you can be loved and deserve good things, not because you're getting over, but because you are being loved. Now, the giver has to learn how to have boundaries. But don't stop being a giver because someone else, you see the good in them and they just don't see the good in you, or they do and they think they're taking advantage of that. I tell people all the time, I do what I do because of my relationship with the God of my understanding. It doesn't have nothing to do with you in a lot of ways. You may be the recipient of it, but really I move how I move because of my relationship with the God of my understanding. Period. 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 So it looks, oh, it can look weak. It can look anything to people on the outside, but I know how much strength it takes for me to do certain things. And so I marvel at myself and my growth with that many times because I realize my love for the God of my understanding has grown exponentially. That, okay, I will follow, I will treat people like they're supposed to be treated to the best of my ability. All right, guys. So that's 3. And so the affirmation for this last one is, I couldn't be more worthy or loved than I am right now. All right, that's the killer right there. Say to yourself, I couldn't be more worthy or loved than I am right now. Oh, that just hit home with the giver. Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Jen. That's the key. We got to understand, people are not getting over on us. That's who we are. We're givers and we're lovers of people because they don't love themselves enough at this point, or they don't understand that they deserve good people, and then they start reciprocating. That's not our job. Our job is to do what we do. Now, again, we do need to put our boundaries sometimes. We need to see why we're giving. Are we giving out of ego, or are we giving because I was inspired to give? We need to look at that too, because sometimes we're giving out of ego so that we can manipulate a behavior from someone, and we need to check that too. And I always will tell you guys and encourage you guys to get your meditation game on point. Begin to meditate, practice your meditation, practice your meditation, sit every day, because this teaches us how to stop our thought and try to hear our inner being more and more and more. All right, guys, I'm over my time, about 8 minutes. My apologies. Have an amazing day. Why is my faith not working? Look at it. Try to marinate on it. See if any of this works for you. If it helps, if it does, hit me with a comment. Please like, share to your friends. Get this going. Let's have an amazing day, an amazing week. Let's rock it. All right, guys.